Hi everyone, it's Marisol and today's Wednesday and I figured I'd just come on and, I don't know, do my makeup and talk about whatever. So let's get to it. So I'm going to use the Sailor Moon, Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon ColourPop palette. It's really pretty and I've already used it once and it's very blendable, and here are the colors. Really, really gorgeous colors. I'm not sure what I want to talk about yet. I just wanted to turn the camera on and see what happens. I don't know what colors I'm going to start with. I think I'm going to go with Tuxedo Rose. They're really pretty. Like, I don't know, I can't tell. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a pink. A melon. It's a melon color. There you go, melon color, because that's more pink. That's a melon color. Or should I go with Justice? No, I'll go with Justice first. I have a mirror down here, so if I'm looking down right here, it's because my mirror's right here. I'm actually going to use this very skinny looking tapered brush and start at the end and go along my crease. So what's been going on lately? The whole Morphe and Jaclynhill controversy. Oh, you probably hear my kids fighting with each other. They'll be fine, I promise. It's looking good. I feel bad for other people who bought her palettes thinking it was vegan, and it turns out it's not. I feel really bad for them. That's a whole, like, ethical issue that was crossed. In my opinion, obviously because this is my channel and I'm going to tell or say what I think, is that Morphe did something really terrible. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And I feel as though they could definitely be sued for, because that is straight up false advertising. Advertise that it's vegan when it's not, and that is absolutely disgusting. Very, very disgusting, and I hope they do get sued, because what's gonna stop them? You know, who's gonna stop them from lying to the public? Even being sued, I don't think it's gonna stop them either, but then it'll be, if they get sued, I feel like more of the general public will know that this is the kind of company that they are, and to stay away. So I did see some people tweet, because I saw all this unfold on Twitter, because Jenla's Reviews made that video about how she had to take down her original Jaclynhill palette review and how she recommended it. She can't recommend it anymore because the volume 1 Jaclynhill palette now being produced is not vegan. Along with the Jaclynhill palette volume 2 is not vegan. It never was. But the volume 1 was when it first came out in 2017, and now it is not. And so she wanted to take it down and explain to people why. And she did. And she did a really good explanation as to why she took it down. She showed swatches of three of the same volume 1 Jaclynhill palettes, but produced in different years. And they don't swatch the same and on a lot of the colors. So something changed. No one knows when exactly the ingredients changed, but ingredients changed and Morphe didn't let the public know. Morphe then goes on to say that it's not customary to let people know that the ingredients changed. I can see where they're going with that, but in their statement, they said nothing about it being vegan or not being vegan anymore. They just talked about how it's not customary to let customers know that the ingredients change. And I feel like it sort of is. Sort of. Like, a lot of the websites I go to, they put at least an asterisk line at the very bottom of the ingredients or about the details page of a product saying ingredients tend to change without notice or something. At least they say that. I don't know if Morphe has that. But when it comes to ingredients and it being a vegan product, I feel like they're two different things. I mean, ingredients, sure, not necessarily we need to know, but I feel like it's strongly implemented, strongly advised to let the public know, especially a huge majority of consumers that shop only vegan, know when a product goes from being vegan to not being vegan. That is huge. That's huge. So that's where Morphe has me just grossed out. And to the people who, tweet, oh, who cares, it's vegan or not, whatever, but there's a fundamental misunderstanding right there. People talk or say things like that, write things down like that. I feel like they don't either have tried to be understanding of a person's ethical, moral decision on purchasing products that are not based on any animal products, byproducts. I almost want to say they don't care for the most part. But if they chose to try to understand, a little bit of care would go into the understanding of a person's choice. So when people tweet, oh, it's just a palette, it's just makeup, whatever, get over it. To me, it's straight up, who gives a crap? Just buy the product or not. And that's not what this is about. We need to get past that and see that the company has lied and betrayed consumers. That's where we need to go. Not the fact that it's, oh, it used to be vegan or not. That is huge. But the people who say, whatever, who cares, it's just makeup, need to try and see what the company has been doing. A company has been misleading their consumers. That is the big no-no here. And I would love for people to get past the fact that it was vegan. For the people who say, oh, who cares, it's just makeup. It's the principle. This company has been lying to people. Period. And something needs to happen now. Something needs to happen, or they'll continue to lie. They'll just continue to lie. And I hate it. I recently jumped into a thread on Twitter talking about how Morphe wouldn't be where it's at without its influencers. And it's true. Morphe has built their business off the backs of influencers, and who supports the influencers? The fans, the subscribers made what Morphe is today. The people who really need the convincing are the people who are following these influencers who are doing the collaborations. So anybody who follows James Charles, Jaclynhill, Jeffree Star, those are the people that need to be convinced, or at least come to an understanding that this company is trash. This company is not doing ethical, moral decisions. Jack, what's up? Ah! Jesus Christ, you scared me. I see that. I hear what's his face crying. scared the crap out of me, babe. Yeah, why are you home early?
Caught.
Yeah, caught me what? Doing
no,
my makeup.
I had to drop off.
My husband scared the crap out of me. Okay, next shade. I want to go with Love, pink one. God, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Morphe being trash, and the people who need to be and the people who need to be convinced, or at least come to an understanding, are the fans, really. And that's a lot of people that I don't think anytime soon they're gonna see or come to an understanding of what this company is doing wrong. Sometimes I doubt the colors that I choose, but I'm sure it's going to turn out just fine. The shades are very pigmented, really nice and blendable and easy to blend. I recently made a Morphe purchase about a week ago or so, or 2 weeks ago. I don't really regret it, but I will definitely not be buying from them ever again. Never again. I may not be vegan, I may not be someone who shops vegan, but what they're doing is just straight up wrong and not cool at all. And then the statement that Jaclynhill put out was just not it either, just not good. Just know Morphe always makes her out as the dumb person, someone who's dumb with her business decisions, but I just think it's all an act. It's all just an act. We need to stop making these dumb people rich. Oh my gosh. These terrible, terrible people rich. I wasn't expecting my husband home so soon. He's on break from work. And he forgot his wallet at work. So I think it's kind of funny. And now he needs money for gas. So he needs to take my card to go get gas. He's like, I caught you. I'm like, caught me doing what? My makeup? He's so funny. So I guess I just kind of talked about my personal opinions about the morphe and vegan issue. And I want to know what you guys think about it, you know? Like, is it going to stop you from purchasing from Morphe now? Or do you happen to be one of those people who doesn't care? There's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong. If you don't care, you don't care. But I wish you cared just a little bit. That's the one thing me and my husband talk about often when we talk about issues, whether it's about community issues, the country's issues, just issues all around. We always tell each other, if people cared just a little bit, you'd be amazed at how different things would be. And I'm not talking about the people who already care. I'm talking about the people who don't care. If you will just care just a little bit, life would be different. And I'm not saying life would be different in a good way. I'm saying life would straight up be different. And I'd hope it'd be different in a good way. Not sure where I'm going with this, but Let's just keep going. I have a really harsh line. Oh, okay. I think it's getting better. I had tweeted out when I first bought this palette, when I secured it and bought it on launch day, I had said that's my first pastel-y palette I've ever bought, and I didn't realize I had already had a pastel-y palette. And it's one of the NYX palettes that I shall bring out soon. I barely have used them. And they're really old palettes, so I'm gonna see if they're even any good. I have lots of palettes that I have yet to touch, and it makes me sad. I don't know what to think about this yellow color. It's not a bright yellow, it's more like a mustard. It's like a mustard yellow. It's not better. I feel like not enough pink on this side. I feel like there's not enough pink on the other side now. Oh, God. That's so difficult. My eyes, they're not shaped the same, and also I see differently on one eye than the other. Do that with this and this. My creases are different on both eyes. They're different creases. So sometimes I put more product on this eye than this eye. You have to even it out somehow. Yeah, looks a little better. Kind of mesh out. No, I feel like it just stops. I don't have a particular darker shade for the edge. What would happen if I put purple? This one. It's like a violet, not a purple, but to tie the ends up a little bit. It looks like it brightened it up a little bit. It looks cute. It looks kind of cute. I think it did tie it up a little bit as best as it could. Tie the ends up and not look like a flat mess. Okay, I think I'm done with that one. Next will be a shimmer top, and I think I'm going to go with Silver Crystal. really pretty. It's like a pink shade. I'm tired. Oh yeah. Definitely gorgeous. I don't know if I should do it all over the lid or just the tip of the lid. No, I think I'm gonna go tip. It's so pretty. I like it. When I first started doing my makeup, I felt discouraged at the beginning how it looked like this, how it all like messy and stuff, but that's okay because once you start putting your base on, you kind of wipe the stuff away and kind of shape it the way you want it, and then it's gonna turn out just fine. But it looks like a mess right now, but trust me, it's gonna look really, really good. I want to put like an inner corner like thing. What do you feel like? Color. There's still some color pop palettes that I have and I haven't used yet. It's really bad. I need to get my hands on all my palettes and use them. That looks better. I don't know if I should use, oh, excuse me, something, maybe. I'm gonna go with Silver Millennium. Millennium, yeah, Silver Millennium right here. Oh, sorry about my kids in the background. I might have to reapply this after my foundation, but it looks really pretty. Pretty. So I just cleaned up the edges with a makeup wipe. As you can see, they're a little bit sharper now. And they're gonna pop out better with my foundation on. I wonder how long my husband's gonna be here. I am using Morphe's face primer. It feels absolutely amazing on my skin. Very nourishing, almost like the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I've learned that, for me at least, that words on primers really don't mean much. Just say, like, if it says primer, cool. If it says hydrating, cool. Like, but when it says Pro Filter Retouch, like, what the heck is that supposed to mean? It's just a primer. But I think someone else does that too. Makeup Forever or Smashbox says something about photo finish makeup primer. I'm like, it's just a primer. Just say that. I just feel like it's a secret marketing ploy that they use to convince you that this primer is better than any other primer. It's gonna look better on your face. But primer is just, you know, just to help your makeup last longer. I'm using CoverGirl Clean Matte Liquid Foundation in the shade 530 Classic Beige. This is absolutely amazing. I've been using it for a long while now. And it's full coverage. The blendability on this is awesome. And I'm gonna be sad when I'm done with it. As you can see, coverage is pretty cool. Pretty good. That's just one layer. What I don't like about the bottle is that it doesn't have one of those. I don't like that it doesn't have like a dispense, like a push down. What is it called? Like a dispensing thing. You push it down and it squeezes out. That's the only downside about this foundation. I know CoverGirl has other foundations I can try that does have the dispense. I just don't understand why this one is not one that does that too. It's amazing. I love it. But yeah, I'm gonna be sad because I'm gonna switch out foundations to try out a different foundation. This is how when I dispense it, I kind of just and then I use one of my fingers to grab it, and then I kind of smear it on my face like Simba. I just make sure I got enough product up there to blend it out. I'm using an elf sponge. I got it from Target for $5. It is the right kind of bouncy. It's not too firm. And I'd say it's superior than the actual Beauty Blender sponge. Though I've never used the actual Beauty Blender sponge. I've had one once. Okay, maybe I have used it once. At a time where I didn't know how to use a sponge. So I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And then I got rid of it. But then I was like, I want to try a sponge again, but I don't want to spend $20 on a sponge. So I feel like they do have the same kind of spongy bounciness, but this is $5. Who wants to spend $20 on a beauty blender when you can spend $5? See, everything's coming together. Gorgeous. Colors are so pretty. Okay. That's done. Back that up. What's next? Blush. Tarte blush and Fairy Flush. This was one of their specials they came out with. God, I think it was last summer or something. They came out with a cute little set. And normally I don't buy Tarte. I normally don't buy Tarte. The Tarte products I do have came in subscription boxes, samples of their blushes, and that's how I get their stuff. But when they came out with this one, they came out with their blush set, this in this particular color, and they came out with a palette that looked really pretty. I was like, well, I want it because of the aesthetic. They're the ones that came out with that mermaid palette, which totally did not make sense because they only had one popping color, but everything else was neutrals. It's really the biggest reason why I didn't buy that palette. But this other palette that they came out with this in this collection was really pretty. It was all red, like maroony red, pink. It's really pretty. I have to use it. I haven't even used the dang thing because it's just so pretty. That's just the thing about me. I don't like to use stuff if it's pretty. I like it. I just like looking at it. But I really should use it. Pretty, pretty, pretty. With their blushes, I noticed that you have to tap and not swipe, tap in order to get the product on your brush. Well, no better than everyone else, but that's what I noticed about their stuff. For a highlighter, I'm going to use Space Case in the shade Scene from Space 1C. It's a pretty pearlescent. I don't know if you can see it. Let's watch it. You still can't see it. A little bit. There it is. It's a pearlescent. It's really pretty. I get these in my subscription boxes from Ipsy. I get their Glam Bag Plus, and that's where I got this set. It came with 2 of them. And I like Space Case, they're good. I think they're like indie brand. They're an indie brand. I don't really see them anywhere. I only get them in the subscription boxes. One time I thought I was using a highlighter when in reality I was using a blush from them. I'll show you why I got so confused. I thought it was a highlighter and I should have read the name of the product before I started using it. It's very subtle, but it's really pretty. I heard ABH is coming out with a new highlighter palette. I was almost convinced to get it. Almost. But I'm not going to get it. I have plenty of other highlighters that I don't have to spend a fortune on to get. Yes. Such a clean look. I like it a lot. This is their blush in a Cosmic Gangster. It's a blush. Can't really tell. There, you can see it like that. But it has like the same, it's the same size as their highlighter. That's why I got confused. I was like, oh, it's a pink highlighter that I hadn't used. When in reality, it's a blush. But it's a pretty shiny blush. It's a blush. Shiny blush. Now it's time to do my brows. Brows. I need like a close-up mirror so I can do it. So, yep. I'm using my NYX Cosmetics Eyebrow Powder Pencil in Toupee. I'm still learning how to do my brows the way I like them. I like it. Okay, so that's done. Last is my lipstick and then setting spray. I think I want to use Bunhead today. Give myself a little pink. I used this the other day. I'm doing Bunhead today. It's pretty. Pretty. Gorgeous. I think I'm satisfied with my look today.
I'm leaving.
Right? I like the way the setting spray smells. Smells awesome. Smells like summer. The bottle is glitter, not the setting spray. Not the actual spray, the water. It's the bottle that's glittery. I'm almost done with it. I don't know if you guys can see. Nope, probably not. I just want to dry it off. So that was it. Just wanted to come on camera and do my makeup and talk about stuff. Whatever. I try not to offend anybody if I did. I don't mean to. I'm just talking about what I think on the matters that are happening right now. My intention is not to offend anyone. I just wanted to speak about what's going on. If I offended you, I'm sorry. I don't know if I should say sorry, because these are my thoughts and opinions, and it's really not my intention. But if I did, if there is any offense to anything I said, please let me know, and maybe we could talk about it, and maybe I can come to an understanding as to why I offended you with my thoughts. Yeah, this was a lot, or a little deeper of a video than I normally do, but I like to go here sometimes because things need to be said. At least my thoughts. I want to express my thoughts and opinions. I want to talk about them, and I figured, why not share my thoughts and opinions with others? Maybe we agree and maybe we disagree, and that's okay too. Thank you so much for tuning in to my video. If it was boring, I'm sorry, you don't have to watch this. But if you sat and listened and maybe considered what I said, thank you so much for your time and consideration. I appreciate it so much. If you did like it, please subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. Until next time.